Can you please share your professional journey? You've been in this industry for quite long.
Thank you. It has been worth its while. I started way back in 1985 when I graduated from my college. I landed up into a job wherein I had to handle the maintenance of electrical equipment and so on. Thereafter it was kind of a project job what I did. So I was fortunate that the touch and feel with the electrical equipment happened. I was into the thick of the things. I was on the customer side at that point of time. Thereafter, when I joined Mahindra, I was supposed to sell to the customers.
Okay. So from plant and maintenance space to you came to sales.
I came to sales.
That was a big switch.
So I happened to come across this Mahindra's opportunity and I switched over to marketing.
Okay.
I think it was a wonderful decision.
Yeah.
It changed the course of my life. That gave me the exposure.
Okay.
Cutting across various customers, various geographies, various regions. So that has helped me a lot. And thereafter, in the year 2000, I joined a company called Raychem, which is a joint venture between Tyco Electronics and RPG Group of India. And I spent around 20 years with them in various capacities, starting as a regional manager, handling the northern region, and thereafter on an all-India basis. Then I was given an opportunity to handle a business. And in fact, I came across Infodrive at that point of time when I was asked to handle a business.
Okay.
And there were many products, many components which were imported as such. And we had to compete with the big ones who were like ABB, Siemens, etc., who were importing similar equipments, and we were to compete. So that's how I came across Infodrive at that point of time. And it has been a good interaction with Infodrive. It has helped us a lot.
So what was the business size you were heading at Raychem?
When I joined Raychem, the energy business was around 12 crores.
Okay.
And when I left Raychem, that is only this year, the business size was close to 450 crores. One of the things which helped us to grow was that we had a clear this thing. The market is not going to grow multiple times overnight. So market has a growth rate of, let us say, 7%, 8% electrical equipment. So we were always on the lookout for how we can beat the market rate. One thing was, okay, you increase your market share. But increasing your market share has its own cost. And to maintain that market share is also a challenge. While we did what we wanted to do, but then the most important thing to do was that look at products which are core, which can be aligned to our core, look at newer products, newer initiatives. So getting those inputs, what the customers want next, what is that is being imported right now, how we can possibly localize it in India and make it available to our customer at the right kind of Indian kind of prices and the right on time. Because anything which was imported in those days, it was coming at a cost and it used to take 10 to 12 weeks, which was very heavy for any of the projects. So we started looking around and we added newer products to our basket, looking at the needs, identifying what is being imported and how we can possibly localize those things.
So what you say is to grow you added innovative new products.
Yeah.
You did a lot of localization of the imported products and added some cost optimization as well, because you could produce it locally at much reasonable cost. And also you help the customer reduce the lead time.
Yeah, that's right. That was the idea. That was the idea, and that's how we kind of increased our this revenues, no? Right, from 12 crores to 450 crores.
That's fantastic.
So our idea was that newer products should be almost 30 to 40% of our revenues.
Okay.
over 3 years time. So that's how the growth would come in.
So around 40% comes from
New products and 50%. That's a CRA for the team. Okay, if we have to grow by 25%, best of companies grow by, let us say, 4 times the market rate of growth. So that's the kind of benchmark we had in mind. Like if 8% is the market growth rate, the best of companies, benchmark companies would grow at the rate of 32%. So how we can grow by at least 25% year on year was the target what we had in mind. And as I said, market share increase by that much would not have only helped, but we had to look around for newer things, innovative things, what the customer wanted.
Please share your role for new product development and business diversification in the organizations you have worked.
Okay.
What has been your role? How you impacted that space?
As a team leader, our role was split into 3 parts. First being responsibility for the financials of vertical. That was kind of 35 to 40% weightage. Then organization development was another one, that was another 25-30% part of our job. Most importantly, it was the business development, how you can grow the organization, take the organization much more ahead. So it was looking at opportunities, looking at businesses which are about to come. For example, the government decided to invest in renewable sector, meaning a lot of solar panels, a lot of wind power coming up. There was an objective of getting to so many gigawatt in so many years time. We looked around for partners through the information available, and we tied up with a company in US who was into energy management system. And by the time the government actually invested and hit the target of installing so much solar, and we were ready with our energy management system, and we were there in the marketplace to offer energy management systems as such.
Oh, fantastic. That's awesome. So you anticipated the need beforehand, and by the time the need materialized, you were already ready with the product.
That's right.
And all the types of technology.
Yeah, and again, it helps when you have the relevant market intelligence and market information available, which you can possibly put to use.
So what, according to your top 3 factors, one must consider before diversifying into a new product?
Okay, good question again. Now, first of all, for diversifying, you have to establish the need. You have to capture the voice of the customer, you have to analyze the voice of the customer, you have to look at what exactly they need. Secondly, you have to then look at sustainable technology platforms, and you have to have a clear roadmap ahead. Okay, if I need to invest in this direction, if this is going to be the order of the day, how do I create a vision for the future? That over the next 5 years, 7 years, 10 years, what kind of technology roadmap, what kind of sales roadmap. So you need to create your sustainable goals for that. And third most important thing is that, okay, you have done the first step, you have established the CTQs, you have looked at the technology platforms. You also need to have a very good execution plan in hand. Most of the projects, most of the new introductions fail because either you falter in go-to-market timelines, schedules, you fail to understand what the customer wanted and what you kind of came up with. So there has to be a solid execution plan for any new product you come up with. The timelines have to be honored. Customer has to be always involved in the new product introduction.
Development process.
So that's what it is.
So what kind of numbers you would see, like growth rate, in terms of growth rate, in terms of gross profit margins, and in terms of volumes.
Yeah.
So any numbers, guidelines you can throw on these three?
Anything which will bring an IRR of over 20% is interesting.
Okay.
Anything which has a growth rate of beyond 12 to 15% in the times to come makes the project very interesting. And anything which will be sustainable is the third logic which you apply.
Okay.
So these are the things which you need to look at when you try and identify what exactly you want to go in for. And then you have to look at, of course, the market information, the market research in terms of what kind of competition is there, what kind of current companies which are into, what are their strategic plans. So based on that information, you carve out your strategy to win.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay.